So we're looking at the sun setting down behind the statue of Mary on Notre-Dame-de-Bonsecours chapel. I just realized I can go lower in my ISO here. Oh no, I can't. Silly me. Getting mixed up which camera I'm using. Okay, so that's it. So there it goes. It's going to be right around her. And I think I will take some stills in between. Including on okay, that is good. That's good. I got it nicely on the other camera. So we're just gonna let this run, I think. I thought of ending the clip and shooting some stills on this camera, but I actually didn't do too badly on the other one. Shakiness. There's lots of shad flies flying around, but they're so close to the lens that I don't think they're even all that visible, you know, in the actual photos and video, because there's
nice shot.
Thanks. Cyclist is different place than a nice shot, and he's right, it is a nice shot. So in any case, we're using a 600mm focal length, specifically 600mm end of a 150 to 600mm f5 to 6.3 Sigma contemporary zoom. We're at 8,000th of a second, f10, ISO 100. So I could open up a bit, but I kind of like the drama as it happens. Let's see what we got here. I don't see any seagulls. Last night there was seagulls all over the place. Tonight, very few, so I'm glad I was here last night too. So yeah, we're just gonna let the sun set down through here, and I think we can still, oh there goes one, we can still come for at least one more sunset, if not two or three. After that it gets problematic with the Statue of Mary bumping into either of the spires, you know. We have to keep Mary more or less centered between the two spires. I like to have her absolutely centered for the best alignment shot with the sun all around her in between the two spires. I don't think I quite managed that this year, but I've done that in the past. It's gonna actually, I think once it goes down behind the building, I'm gonna open up to lighten up the sky a bit, and I guess we can do that now. So f10, ISO 100, 8,000th of a second. So we're going to go to, well, let's go at 2/3 of a stop. So ding, ding. So that's 2/3 of a stop. We're at 5,000th of a second now. What to do? Should I go to 4,000th? This is looking quite nice, but it could be a little lighter. So let's go a little lighter here. So there, 4,000th of a second. The sun should poke out in that little gap there. But I'm realizing I'm actually a little too far to the left, I think. I think the coming night, so I want to go further to the right to have Mary more centered, but then the Grand Rue wheel, it won't have this nice gap that it goes into. It'll sort of blend in with other stuff. But nevertheless, if I want Mary in the middle, I'm going to have to reposition myself. Is there anything else worth pointing the camera at the moment? Can't really see anything jumping out at me. Oh, a little bit of light glinting off the building on the south shore, but nothing terribly interesting. So yeah, I think we're more or less done with this. I'm debating sticking around and getting some more photos of Venus and Jupiter conjunction, but it's getting a bit repetitive, as is this for that matter. Okay, we're going to open up a bit here. 2,500th of a second. I think we'll go to 2,000th. Yeah, last night it was much more interesting video with all of these seagulls swirling around. I'm really very happy with that footage, which is one of the reasons why I didn't bother shooting any stills, although in hindsight I could have and should have, but didn't, because I forgot that I could add my 3x teleconverter to my 80 to 200 zoom and turn it into a 240 to 600 millimeter zoom, and I forgot to do that. Anyway, live and learn is what they say. Seagull just flew below quite close. So yeah, this is pretty well lit. I don't think we're gonna, oh, here comes a seagull. Will it go through? It looks like it might. No, a little too high. Yeah, it was out of the frame, I think. So yeah, no seagulls, just a clean shot of Mary and the sun going down behind her. Yeah, I think we'll wrap this up. Did I forget to mention it's a Nikon D800 DSLR. So D800 DSLR, Sigma zoom at 600. F10 is the f-stop, which is sort of for optimal sharpness. Wide open, you don't have as much sharpness, and stop down, you know, start to get diffraction limited issues. So the middle apertures are usually the best on any lens. There are a few exceptions, but as a rule, f8 and be there is a very good rule. And for telephoto lenses, powerful telephoto lenses, you know, maybe more like f11, which is what we're pretty close to. So, yeah, that seems to be it. The sun is still just visible, but it's not much else. So it's gotten quite a bit dimmer, eh? Like, let's go. So now we're at 1,000th of a second. This is what I did last night. I just let it run. Change the shutter speed as the exposure required to have a reasonable image. I could even go to a little brighter, 800th of a second. Let that run for a little while. So essentially, like, I'm running a continuous clip from which, you know, shorter clips can be taken. I should perhaps change my position just so I can have Mary more centered, but I think, well, no, there's really not much maneuverability here. Okay, here comes another one. I think it's still a bit too high. Seagull went right across, but it's slightly above. So is there any, oh, here comes another one, but too high, yeah. Anyway, last night was spectacular. Like I said, in hindsight, I really should have stuck my 3x teleconverter on the 80 to 200 and blasted away, or should have just had another telephoto lens, but it's only so much you can carry. So there goes the 777 bus. So next one will be about 20 minutes from now. But I think I'm going to stick around. Looks like we might get a nice sunset. I'm seeing some nice clouds, wispy clouds above the city. What's that? I'm seeing a big, slow-moving bird. I'm really not sure. I thought it might be a heron, but I don't see feet dragging out behind it. What is that? I don't think it is a heron. I think it might be some kind of hawk. Or even an eagle. It's not a buzzard, but I really couldn't tell. It's like kind of just in silhouette. But I'm quite sure it was not a heron, even though it was quite large. And it looked more like a bird of prey, so I'm guessing even some kind of eagle. Could very well be. We've even had sightings of, okay, I just went down to 500. We've had sightings of bald eagles. My brother saw what he thought was a gold eagle. Not here, but not that far away, so it's quite possible some kind of eagle just flew by. Let's just open up a bit more. So now we're at 3/20th of a second. We'll let this run. Nice sort of basic sunset. And then I'm just going to do a little scouting in terms of the positioning of the statue of Mary. Okay, there's a seagull in the background. Okay, so this is quite nice, I have to say. So you can see how the exposure can change quite significantly, and even when you're at the 8,000th of a second, it doesn't really stop the sun from washing out. Film would capture it better. But I don't have a film movie camera, and that would be extremely expensive to shoot cine film. Yes, the seagull just went through there. Anyhow, I'm just rambling on. I think we're wrapping this up. Oh. Okay, seagulls fluttering around, but almost certainly catching shadflies. Thought it might fly into the up there. I think it did actually. I'm not sure, but I think it went through. That's it. We're going to call it a clip.